Hey peeps, welcome back to Snail TV. Boat time. So we've got everything pretty much primed up. I'm just going to sand this with some 240 and ready to high fill it again, then wet sand and obviously paint it. So got a couple of combinations what we're going to go. We're going to see what we can do with colour wise. I won't be able to match exactly the same colour candy with pretty much blending wise. So but we'll need to change up a little bit. So yeah, that's all right, no biggie. We'll yeah, just change it up a little bit and we'll do a fade or something like that. We'll make something up. So that's all good though. Everything's coming up really well with that. Really liking it. Obviously got the fuel tech cut out there and the wideband sensor there, so yeah, come up well, really liking it. So I've got a couple other things as well. All right, so fuel pump wise, we've got everything here ready to go. Just got to make up a holder for the bracket and the dash 10 weld on there on the side. Dash 10 AN fitting going straight into the pump, and dash 6 out going to be going to the rail. Also got a dash 6 weld on fitting for the return. So I've got everything there ready for the fuel pump stuff, and also got a Raceworks a weld on neck ready to go, and that's just going to be like that. So as you can see, I'll just screw it on. Alright, and as you can see, hangs up just a tad, but that's not done right up tight, and that should be fine. So that's how we're going to be yeah, doing it, pretty much having it like that. So yeah, we'll get this welded on now. Let's get this welded on the tank, and then yeah, we can go from there. All right, let's get to it. Alright peeps, so fuel pump mounting, we needed a way to mount the fuel pump. I was going to mount it on the chassis, just like on the booster car. We needed to take the fuel up though. It just be needed to actually mount it on the tank. So I'll just quickly show you of what, how we actually are going to do this. So all I've done is just a bit of, got some alloy rod here, and yeah, tapped it to an M8. I would actually plate it to make it to give it more strength, but no need, because they're actually on the edges anyway, and because we're actually on the edges, that there will actually give it its strength. So now we'll weld them all the way around. We'll weld them just halfway around now, and we'll quickly TIG up on the insides after the fuel pump's actually off. But yeah, I think that's actually come out really well. So fuel pump is going to mount like that, and then yeah, go straight upstream, and there's no need for any anything else on this side. So you know, that's just an easier way of doing it, just a dash 10 feed. So it actually needs to feed more than obviously it sucks out, so well, pushes out, sorry. So yeah, thought I'll just show you how that we'll get this welded up now, and need to get a couple more fittings on there as well. So we need a return and also a breather. And also we've got the other fitting for the coolant flow, so we'll weld them on as well. All right, let's get going. While I'm here peeps, I might as well just weld up this the other fitting here. So yeah, we'll quickly tack this up and make sure it fits, and come back weld it. peeps, yeah, tank all done. So I've yeah, just done a couple of things off camera just to get it quickly done for tonight, that's all. Didn't have much time to work with. So yeah, what we've actually come up with all up is obviously the screw-on cap we've welded actually in, and you see it's actually recessed in there. It just protrudes up top there, not by much. Seat literally just touches it, that's fine. Okay, so then what we've done is we've welded up 4 brackets on the side, just tabs welded up underneath and on top. That there, so the tank can actually sit on and bolt to the chassis there. Okay, then what we've done is welded a breather. I had this one laying around, so it was a second-hand fitting. I just like to use what I've got. And this one was a new one, and that was, I think I was using one of the sizes of the breather, one of the is a return, and they're one of the top of the tank there, obviously. And then, as I've showed you guys, we've welded up 2 little tiny threaded rod. All right, so it's heavy rod, and tigged all the way around it as well. As I said, I would have plated this, but because they're actually welded on the end, I don't see any problem with that at all. So we'll quickly get all this put together now, peeps. And yeah, everything turned out really nice. So yeah, let's get this on. It's nice and simple. All right, peeps, well there you go. So tank and yeah, fuel pump is all mounted all on one. As I said, what I want to do, I'll just quickly pop the seat on and I'll show you what I was thinking. Just to keep it symmetrical, what I was actually going to do was actually have a line coming out one of both sides. So a line coming out that side and a line coming out that side. So what I was going to do was actually have the return on this side and the feed on that side. So this one up top on this one here. So doggy wants to pat. Right there, guys. I was going to keep that as a breather. So we'll run that up to the highest point, and yeah, keep that up as a breather. Yeah, really happy with everything. So I've quickly also tigged up that one there as well, as you can see. So we've got 2 dashes there, dash 8s now. So that's for these 2 water ports on top. Yeah, I'm almost pretty much finished up all those little tiny tigging jobs. The only thing I've got now is the radiator. So I haven't ordered the radiator yet, so I've got to order the radiator. Get that sorted at the back here, peeps. So radiator, wastegate, couple more little pipes. Yeah, we haven't really got much to go, so I'm really liking the look of it. So as I said, steering's the last thing to go, so don't worry about that yet. Yeah, all the little tiny nooks and crannies, peeps. So as I said, all the little tiny all the breathers and that, they've all been done. Make up the coil over plug bit, but you know, that we can do that later on if we need to. But yeah, we'll do it now, of course. But I really want to get this axle, get these axle and bearing carriers, and get this thing rolling. A good mate of mine actually had some rims, so I've actually managed to score some go-kart rims, only smaller ones. So we're going to see how they how it looks with the smaller tires on the back or on the front. Not exactly sure what you guys are thinking, but yeah, knobbies on the front or knobbies on the like that, or on the back. So obviously I'll get some dirt tires on there later on, but I've actually got some rims now, which is awesome. Yeah, all that we got to do now is get an axle, and yeah, we're going to go from there. So obviously I've got a fuel pump situated now. So we've got fuel pump. Obviously I've got to do coils. So if I'm going to do coil over plugs, bit of wiring, and obviously plug in the ECU, there's no real reason why we can't actually start this up soon. So that could be another thing, guys. Obviously let me know in the comments if you guys want me to do something like that. There's also something like that I can do for you. Obviously this thing's going to sound rowdy as, so it looks more mean in the picture, in like real life, than it actually does in the picture. So I'm really happy. Yeah, it just it looks like that it's gonna hurt someone, which is what I like. You know, right, buddy? See? Yeah, so yeah. Alright guys, I'll leave this off. Obviously I was just doing tank, and I just want to get a couple of things done during the week. I've got a couple more things I'm doing on the boat as well, so I'll update you on the tomorrow on the boat on the next video. So yeah, thanks everyone for liking and subscribing. If you haven't, please go do so. If you guys want some stickers, let me know please. I'll send you some out. Obviously I need an address. But yeah, thanks very much everyone for repping them. Yeah, I'll see you on the next episode. See you peeps.